All right, this chapter is called Jessica. We are on page 98, and Jessica is the new girl. Act 5, Scene 1. Hi, honey. How was school? Mom asked as I climbed into the car. Mom was great about giving me rides home whenever she could. Some kids, like Jeffrey, had to ride the bus every day. Mom's trying to get serious about her writing. She's already very skilled at it, having helped on some of Dad's plays back in California, but now she's writing for herself. That's why she's free in the afternoons to pick me up sometimes. We're lucky to have enough money so that my mom doesn't have to get a steady job right now. She can actually pursue her passion. I hope I can do that someday too. Mom did get a part-time job at a local bookstore so she can interact with people and keep her mind from wandering back to California. My mind still wanders back there, but not like it did a few months ago. My dad hasn't called again. School is fine, I said. I buckled my seatbelt and away we drove. Mom, you've heard me talk about Anna and Danielle, right? Yes. Is something wrong? Mom stepped on the brakes harder than usual and we jerked to a halt at the stop sign. I shook my head. Nothing's wrong, I said. I looked my way. Coast is clear. Mom eased off the brakes. Anna asked Danielle and me over to her house. That's great, Jessica, Mom said. Yes, but I know Danielle won't be going. How do you know that? I filled Mom in on what I knew about Anna's mother, and I explained why Danielle's mom won't allow Danielle to associate with the likes of Anna. Mom turned right onto our road. Well, I'm not going to say no just because Anna's mother made a mistake once. We pulled into our driveway and Mom put the car in park. If Danielle is a nice girl, I bet her mother is too, Mom said. But we'll make up our own minds about what kind of person Anna's mother really is. Dad made a mistake? You didn't want to give him another chance, I said. Your father didn't want another chance, Mom said. He made that clear before we left. She paused. The divorce papers came today. I sat all quiet. Mom's bluntness really zapped me. I'm sorry, honey, Mom said. I'm sure your father will call soon. I shrugged. You don't need a lie to make me feel better. Okay, you're right, she sighed. I've always been honest and upfront with you. Another sigh. I don't know if he'll call. January. Jessica, the new girl. Act 6, Scene 1. Anna's house was small but cozy, just the right size for her and her mother. It was painted white with gray shutters, and there was a nice front porch. Anna met us there. We said our hellos, and before I knew it, my mom was shaking hands with Terry. That's Anna's mom. Terry invited my mom in for a cup of coffee, and they disappeared into the kitchen. Anna led me to her bedroom. I hope our moms become friends, I said. Me too, Anna said. My mom doesn't have any. Neither does mine, I thought. In California, my dad was always the one working and socializing while my mom hung out with me. We didn't see much of him. Even back then, he was very busy. He called the other day, and he asked Mom if she'd received the divorce papers. That was it. He didn't even ask to talk to me. You're reading Belle Teal, I said to Anna. I saw the book sitting on her nightstand. Do you like it? I do, Anna said. Mom brought it home for me from the library where she works. I didn't know Terry worked in the library. How exciting. I wanted to talk to her about books. And then Anna told me that her mother was taking some art classes. She showed me some of her mom's artwork. Amazing. I immediately thought of Danielle and hoped she would get a chance to meet Terry and discover for herself the connection they shared. After that, Anna showed me the rest of her books and her rock collection. Then I taught her how to make worry dolls, something I learned from one of the characters in a book I read. I figured the dolls could worry about my dad because I was done with that. Our play date was perfect, and it flew by like a day at the amusement park. We said our thank yous and goodbyes and agreed to do it again. Driving home, Mom said, What you heard about Terry was right. Poor girl. I stayed quiet. After seeing Terry myself, I knew the story was right. She looked very young. I told her about your father, Mom said. I remained quiet. I didn't know how to feel. Surprised? Angry? Happy? I felt all of these at the same time. Mom was quiet now too. I guess we were busy thinking to ourselves. The next chapter is Anna, the shy one. Danielle wasn't able to come to my first play date because of bad timing, but Jessica made it. We had a blast. Jessica's mom drove her over, but instead of dropping Jessica off and leaving, she came to our front door and accepted Mom's invitation for a cup of coffee. I was really glad. My mom never has anyone over, so it turned out to be her first play date too. Maybe she was done paying for her mistake now. I sure hoped so. And since I was the mistake, I felt like it was all my fault. I wanted to help her find a friend and a husband. The afternoon flew by. After Jessica and her mother left, Mom pulled me into a hug. Those are genuine people, Anna, she said. You've found a good friend there. You can get as close to her as you want. Mom's words made me smile. I hoped Danielle could come the next time. I was sure Mom would think the same of her. The next chapter is Danielle, the pushover. Class meeting, Mr. Terupt announced. This was one of my favorite times in the classroom. We all moved our desks out of the way and made a circle with our chairs. Everybody sat in the circle, even Mr. Terupt. He held onto the microphone. It wasn't a real microphone, but he used it as our talking object. You can only speak when you have the microphone. I waited for Mr. Terupt to get us started. It looks like our chain should touch the floor soon. As long as you guys can give me another great day or two, Mr. Terupt said. The chain was our class reward system. Mr. Terupt had hung a single link from the ceiling on the first day of school, and he attached a link each time we had an outstanding day as a class. Our goal was to get the chain to touch the floor, at which point we had earned a free day. You've done a super job so far, Mr. Terupt said. So I'm wondering what you'd like to do for your free day. Mr. Terupt passed the mic to his left. You didn't have to say anything if you didn't want to. Alexia passed it along to the next person. Ever since Mr. Terupt had taken her out into the hall, she hadn't said anything. Luke was the first one to make a great suggestion. Why can't we just have time to do whatever we want? It'd be like indoor recess, but we could plan it better and just have free time. I like Luke's idea, Jeffrey piped up when he got the mic. If it's free time, maybe James and Joey and Emily or any of the collaborative kids could come up here for a little bit. Or if we wanted, some of us could go down there. We could bring games in, Anna added, taking the mic. Then, when it was my turn, I think we should do what everyone suggested for part of the day, I said. But maybe we could go outside too. Everyone cheered. It was weird having the other girls agree with me. If Alexia had been her old self, she would have controlled them. But now that Alexia was sidelined, all the girls got along better. Not having girl wars didn't mean everything was perfect. I still had a problem. Anna. I hadn't gone to her play date because I had been too chicken to ask my mom. I made up some excuse about it being a bad weekend for my family. Jessica told me it had been a great time and that Anna's mom was friendly. Now Anna asked us about coming over again. Find out when it'll be a good weekend for your family and we'll plan the play date for then, Anna told me. I've got to mention it to my mom this time. I just have to. Mr. Terupt was last to speak at the meeting. I like what I've heard, he said. We could plan for part of the day to be spent inside playing games, and then we'll get some fresh air. I'll think about it some more and let you know. But first, we need to earn the last link. Meeting adjourned, he said. He always ends by saying that. I really like these meetings. The first time we had one, Mr. Terupt told us that it was a way for everyone to have a voice. I didn't get it at first, but now I do.